Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Back to throw here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this be. Become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Funches with a catch over the middle. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Here's a give to Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Over!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played.
Play fake here on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. O.J. Howard, 72 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now... On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, something about... They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4. And now out comes Minnesota. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Fighting down past the 45. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. It's Barkley on the counter. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say,
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Foles. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Foles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wow, incredible. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Already. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to
rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that...
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Powering his way forward. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They may want to go back for 15. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all...
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DJ Moore, 75 yards, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat, and I just remember as a player...
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to throw now on first down. And Walker has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They'll set up a throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just... on it running the ball, they'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this down to the 10. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think. And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cleveland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.